Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Seer 365 session. This is a series of webinars that we do in partnership with the ISVs that are on the Guide 365 platform. And I'm delighted today to welcome Alexis from MSCRM Add-ons. All ISV solutions aim to do one of three things: help to boost revenue, help to reduce risk, or as we're going to be talking about today, helping to cut costs. As I'm sure you're aware, if you've ever looked at a Microsoft Azure bill, it can be pretty pricey, particularly for application storage. And Attachment Extractor is a really useful tool for helping to manage that. Alexis has very kindly joined us today to talk through what MSCRM add-ons do. And without further ado, I will hand over to you, Alexis.
So thank you. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining. Before I dive in, I really want to thank Seer 365 for having me today here. We at MSCRM Add-ons are really happy that we are part of these sessions. And thanks to all of you for spending some time with us today. So who am I? So my name is Alexis Bulgaropoulos. It's a Greek name. And I'm sales manager at MSCRM Add-ons. And I've been with the company more than 13 years now, and I look after the EMEA and the APAC regions. So most of my days is spent talking to clients and partners, doing demos, helping with licensing, and making sure that they get the right solution for their needs. And that's also what I'll do here today. So I will keep it practical, keep it real, and show you how you can save, let's say, serious money on Dynamics 365 storage. And so just a couple of words about our company. So we are a Microsoft partner. And that's all we focus on. It's the Microsoft ecosystem. We are based in Austria. We're the headquarters in Graz, and we have another office in the United States in Atlanta. And we've been around 21 years already, and today we have about 5,000 customers. We have more than 700 partners worldwide in over 80 countries. And we are a team of about 55 people and more than 80,000 daily users work with our solution every day. So it's quite a lot of experience and reach for a very focused product set. So our mission is to unlock the full potential of the Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. We do that by building add-ons that solve very specific but very important problems. So things like document generation with Document Score Pack or storage optimization with Attachment Extractor. And of course, everything we offer is Microsoft certified and regular updates, so customers know they can rely on us on the long term. And we have basically we have many solutions. Now some of you may already know the Document Score Pack. It's one of the most used products worldwide to document for document generation in Dynamics. But today I want to talk more about the product Attachment Extractor. And why? Because storage costs in Dynamics 365 are on those issues that many companies underestimate until suddenly it becomes a very big and very expensive problem. And if we look on the Dataverse storage model, we have basically here three types of storages. We have the database capacity, and that's where your email content sits in the activity pointer base, and that's if you exceed the limit, you pay about $40 per gig per month. Then we have the file capacity, where all the attachments and notes are stored, and when you reach that limit, it costs you about $2 per gig per month. And the log capacity, It's also not cheap, but that's nothing we can do anyway about it. And the issue is, of course, that the emails and attachments just keep growing, and buying extra capacity from Microsoft that's get that gets expensive very quickly. So here you see what's the problem at the end when you're running out of the file capacity or when you're running out of the database capacity, then it might get quite expensive. So how can we save data storage costs? Basically, if we look on the attachment extractor itself, and here's what the attachment extractor makes life easier, it automatically takes either the email content out of Dataverse and moves it into an Asia blob storage, and the attachments and annotations out of Dataverse, out of the file storage, it moves them into the Asia blob or SharePoint. For the user, absolutely nothing changes. They open the email, reply, forward it just like before. But in the background, you're now storing then the data for a fraction of a cost. So to give you an idea, the Asia blob costs about 0.000202 dollars per gig, and the SharePoint is about 20 cents per gig. And compared them with the 40 gig, $40 per gig in Dataverse or $2 per gig in SharePoint, now you know why customers like our attachment extractor. We have here a capacity consumption example. So that's how it looks like when the data comes into Dataverse. This is okay. It's an older screenshot, but it looks similar. You have in the database capacity the email store in Dataverse, which is basically the activity pointer base, and in the file storage you have the annotation base and the attachments, and those capacities are continuously growing. And afterwards, after the extraction, you have, let's look on that action here. We have basically nothing changes for the end user, but the capacities that the activity pointer base is reduced by 40%, and the attachment and annotation base is reduced by at least 80%. At the end, for me as a user, nothing changes. I can still read the emails, I can open the files, I can forward it, I can reply. Everything works exactly the same. But in the background, all the data has been moved to a cheaper storage.
It's not really something you can just leave to run and run and run without some kind of strategy, because it will, like you said, it will just eventually hit the limits.
No, so do you mean the service itself, the attachment extractor service?
No. I mean, as in data within the database capacity.
No, you can, of course, but the problem is here that the client then needs to pay for the additional capacity. Yeah. That's it. So for Microsoft, it's nice to have, because, oh, look, your capacity, you have reached your capacity, please upgrade your capacities, and then you need to pay. With attachment extractor, we give you the chance to reduce that capacity.
Yeah.
Good. Then we have some customer stories here that basically you see some substantial savings. We have one client where the reduced Dynamics 365 storage costs by 112,000 euros per year, and there was no need for expensive capacity add-ons. There was a seamless integration, unchanged user experience. The process was automated attachment processing with uninterrupted workflows. It is scalable and future ready, and it handles data growth without extra cost or upgrades. Basically, what we have seen is that our clients get a break even after 6 weeks. and the return of investment after 2 years is 1,100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So before we go here, I will switch over to my demo environment. And here we have, basically, I'm here on a quote. And here I have some emails which are sent or not sent, doesn't matter. Usually an email in Dataverse looks like that. So we have the attachment and the email content. So if I open that email, this email is still in Dataverse. There has not been any extraction. So yeah, it's always the demo effect. Takes some time. Let's open another record. Here we have the same thing, but the data has been extracted already. So if we look at that one here, we can tag the attachment or the email that it has been extracted. Then in this case, you see in the parentheses extract. So this file has been extracted to a SharePoint. But if I click on it, there's no difference. If I click on it, I still can see the attachments in Dataverse. It's like it would be in Dataverse, but it isn't. And here is now the other email. The attachment is here, and the email content is extracted to Asia Blob storage. So I have activated the markup, and we can see it and we can see that it has been extracted to Asia Blob storage. But for me as an end user, nothing changes. I can reply to the email, I can forward, I can do whatever I want with the email, of course. Good. Then we have, if you're curious about what this would look like for your own organization, we have a savings calculator. You can do that on our homepage directly. You just put in your current table sizes, the number of users, and it instantly gives you the return of investment. And the most customers are, of course, surprised when they see how fast the numbers work out in their favor. Basically, attachment extractor is a no-brainer. Either it makes sense or not. Okay. And in starting a free trial, you can do that easily on our homepage. So we offer free trials which are fully functional, no restriction. It takes about 30 minutes to get started, and you will immediately see how much storage you can free up. So basically, to make now a sum up, or to wrap it up, attachment extractor helps you cut storage costs, the file storage costs by 80%, the database storage costs by 40%. It's seamless. Users don't notice a thing, and it's secure, certified, and built to scale. So that's it basically from my side.
Excellent. Thanks, Alexis. And that was amazing and concise. If you do have any questions, now would be the time to certainly put them in the chat. I think that was a really, really nice summary in terms of what attachment extractor can do and where it can deliver value. We will, I'm sure, post the link to the ROI calculator as well alongside this webinar. So you should be able to access that very, very soon. Alexis, wow. I mean, I can really see how for a Microsoft partner, this is a headache solver for a lot of their end customers. And it's quite a nice quick win where they can go in and they can start having these discussions. I mean, are you seeing any specific industries or any specific?
No. It's
partners?
Always when if you have customer service where a lot of emails are going back and forth, and there's a lot of communications, maybe some attachments, and so it doesn't matter from which industry the client is. So no matter there, no impact there. Anybody might use it. It's the easiest way is just, you can get in touch with us. We will look into your system. It's really a short call. In 15 to 30 minutes, we should be able to sort out if you should take the attachment extractor or not. It's a no-brainer.
And you said it's a half an hour deployment, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Are there any other content that partners should be aware of in terms of having these conversations with their clients?
In the future, we have other products too, of course. We have a partner program for partners, and we have, of course, Documents Core Pack. Everybody knows, or most people know, Attachment Extractor, as some other tools. But of course, our most important products are Documents Core Pack and Attachment Extractor.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Alexis. Really appreciate
Thank you,
your time
Rufus.
today. Thank you. And thank you all for joining as well. Really appreciate it. And keep an eye out for our next Seer 365 session on LinkedIn. Thank you all.
Thank you.